Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's show with Phil. I'm giving a huge shout out to Taylor the Fiend on his video on, these self-proclaimed feminists going out there entitlement with the attitude of, they want the world, but they don't want to give nothing to, or want to compromise, meet in the middle, so to speak. This one of the reasons why men go mgtow. Really, seriously. I mean, it's just, I just got to give this. I got to give a huge shout out to Taylor the Fiend, and he has actually brought up some good, interesting talking points on why men just go their own way. So, with that being said, it's really painful to you know I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and hide my face here, and let's get into it, shall we? I'm gonna turn this off. You ready?
This is my bad feminist take. If I'm going on a date with a man, I want to be courted. I do not want to go 50-50 because if I'm going to go on a date with a man, I am only open to experiencing the benefits of the patriarchy. If I have to pay to hang out with a man, I'm not going. And it's not even about like I could like the guy, he could be good company, but it's like the thought of that makes me want to yak, because if I'm going to pay to do something, I'm going to do it alone. And I know that modern men want to go 50-50. Excuse me, sir. I am only going to participate in these patriarchal shenanigans if it's for the free. Why would I pay to participate in the shenanigans? It makes no sense to me. One of the
Oh wow. Yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. And, I'm sorry I had to pause that other video. Um, I mean, just that persona that she gave out. Taylor the Fiend, thank you for doing your own upstream on this. I'm going to add to this. Hope you don't mind. Anyways, I mean, just by looking at that persona, she can run anybody away. That's self-entitlement mentality. She could run anyone away from her. You see, this is a prime example of the women who wants the world but don't want to give nothing or little to nothing to get the world. Let me tell you something. Sorry about that. I dated the same woman for 13 years. All right, the same woman. I've been with the same woman for 13 years. Let me tell you what the ingredients in a successful long-term relationship is. It's being, number one, it's being a teamwork. Okay? You can't sit there and just say you're feminist this, feminist that, all that feminist rhetoric. I'm sorry about the pop-ups. Just feminist rhetoric. This feminist ideology. You know what? I'm sorry to tell you all this, but feminism ideology is equivalent to a trash can bin, okay? There's plenty of garbage in feminism, and people are going to go rooting around trying to find the treasure in garbage. Now, this is not a black problem. This is not a white problem. This is not a biracial problem. This is not a Hispanic problem. This is not a European problem. It's a human problem. Okay? If humans want to make things work. It takes teamwork effort to make it work. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. You understand where I'm coming at? Okay, um, I'll give you an example. Okay, you're looking for work. You want to make them. You want to make some money on the side, but you want to go to work, right? Yeah. So go. Yeah, you gotta take this. You gotta have a device to connect to the internet. Then you got to have a web page to open up. Then you got to go to a website, to a place that you want to go to work at. Okay, well, see, everything is done electronically and online and paperless. Okay, in today's era. So I just want to go into a little bit deeper details. Now, take note. Way back in the, older, the '90s, where I lived and grew up, we had paper. People skipped all the office and all the HR paperwork, all the HR chain of command, and the manager was there, the one who can hire and he can fire, or she can hire and she can fire, or vice versa. The manager was right there. The manager gave you a chance to see what you made of. We'll have you. And, of course, I worked multiple places. I also left on good weak terms. All right. I'm not going to badmouth my former managers. They were, the staff was good. The management was good. You know, I'm not going to badmouth anybody. It's not my place to, anyways. What they do on their end, that's up to them. I happen to be a person who goes out and pulls everybody together as one united front. That's my objective. Is to pull people together as one united front. And let me tell you something. Employees will recognize a good hard worker when they come across one. Okay. Now back to feminism. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Feminism is garbage. And there's people that believe in this failed ideology that ruins people, ruins the thinking, and gives a huge dose of entitlement mentality. Let me tell you where this ends. Okay, entitlement mentality ends in very, very huge bitterness. Okay, so to speak. Let's go ahead and continue, shall we?
Most insidious and ridiculous effects of the patriarchy is literally women paying 50-50. Men going around being like, it's 2021, equal rights, right? You're gonna pay 50-50? The fact that men expect 50-50 from women when women don't get 50% of anything. 50% of the money, 50% of the privilege, 50% of the safety, 50% of the space they're allowed to take up. None of that, but pay. Pay equal amounts, even though.
I'm sorry to pause this. You see what I'm talking about? GEICO, garbage in, garbage out. Let's continue.
You don't have equal rights. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like, it's really just dawning on me now. It's like, why are we starting at the end? Why are we starting with women pretending like they're equal before they get equal? Because it benefits men. It benefits men to say, oh yeah, I'm feminist. I believe in women paying 50-50 on dinner dates. And that is the only time they believe in equality. Make his pockets hurt.
What's the saying, gentlemen? If you've been privileged your entire life, equality feels like oppression. You see, all these girls ranting about how life is so difficult for them and they're oppressed by the patriarchy. They are literally the most privileged group of individuals on the face of the planet, guys. I'm going to pull up some comments here momentarily, and we're going to take a look at what some of these individuals have said. Check this out, okay? So this was from the first video that we just watched, and we have here a woman, I'm assuming, called Nomi4506, who says, "We don't have equal pay yet. They definitely should be paying." You have equal pay, Nomi. It has been illegal for many years now to pay someone a different amount on the basis of their sex, right? But here we are in the year 2022. We have all of these girls crying, saying that life is so difficult for them and that men should pay for them. I thought you were strong and independent. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with a blocked nose, ready to take a look at some of these ridiculous videos, guys. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments, and we are going to address these videos one at a time, and I assure you there is no short of craziness today. So let's take a listen one more time.
This is my bad feminist take. If
I don't know, boys and girls. I'm going to tell you something. This feminist rhetoric is almost likened to a bull in the pasture trying to mate a female dog. It don't belong. Let's go.
If I'm going on a date with a man, I want to be courted. I do not want to go 50-50 because...
You know, that's a little bit too bad. That really is too bad, okay? I see a lot of individuals have this attitude, okay, where they want to, treat men. Men ain't crap, right? Men are privileged. Men oppress us, okay? But I want to have the benefit. I want a man to come along and be traditional to me, right? So men are the enemy, okay? But at the same time, I want him to bend and treat me like a queen. Interesting.
If I'm going to go on a date with a man, I am only open to experiencing the benefits of the patriarchy.
The benefits. Let's see, what is the benefits? Oh, free meal. Free this, free that. I hate to burst your bubble. Nothing in this world is free, buddy, except the amount of air you inhale and exhale out of your lungs. Alright? That's about the only thing that's free. Okay, feminists, you got it in your head with this entitlement mentality that you're entitled to these things that you want in life. I got bad news for you. You want a relationship, it's going to have to take teamwork. That's all there is to it. Listen. You have a man and a woman side by side. Okay? Now, I need you to follow me on this. You got a man and a woman side by side. Alright, you got this big wagon right behind both genders. Now, the way the feminist rhetoric or the feminist ideology is, the woman wants to jump on the wagon or the bandwagon and ride for free while the man does all the harsh sweat and toil labor. Call me out if you want to, but I'm going to speak the raw truth. And let me tell you something. It is what it is. So, if you get a man and a woman, both are willing to make their relationship work, alright, the woman will jump in and help the man push or pull the same load to get from point A to point B. The woman's going to go a little bit ahead and then come right back to where the man's at. The man's going to go a little bit ahead, come back where the woman's at. And in the meantime, guess what? Both of them pulling the same amount of pressure, same amount of load, same amount of distance. And they're going to make it from point A to point B in one piece. All right. Let's continue on with this little rhetoric. Oh my God, this is doing my head in.
Isn't that weird, guys? How these are the same girls that will cry about being objectified, okay? But this woman only wants to go on a date if she's the one who doesn't have to pay. It's very interesting how the same individuals who will complain about being objectified for their body or whatever else will then turn around and objectify men for their wallets. Oh, I'm not going if he's not paying. Right? I don't want to deal with him if he's not at least 6 foot tall. I don't want to deal with him if he's not making 6 figures. Okay? I want an ambitious man. Right? We all know what that's code for. Okay? But it sucks when it happens to them. Right, but when they turn around, oh, they're perfectly happy putting this crap all over the internet.
All right, I need to add some more to this topic on top of with Taylor Fiend. Thank you very much for your piece of input. I'm going to add part on to this. Now, entitlement women like this here on TikTok, what here on this video, is the main reason why men like myself just don't even want to even get out there and try to date. There's too darn many women out there with this entitlement mentality that don't want to, willing to negotiate, willing to compromise, willing to go the extra mile to actually help the man go from point A to point B. Let me tell you something. I feel bad for this girl right here. Her relationship will start and crash, start and crash, start and crash, over and over and over. And I'm telling you, at the rate she's going, she might as well just go to the adoption center, adopt a bunch of cats. At least those feline friends will get plenty of attention. And if you don't give them attention, they'll get it anyways. Let's continue.
To pay to hang out with a man, I'm not going. And it's not even about, like, I could like the guy, he could be good company, but it's
Bye-bye.
The thought of that makes me want to yak.
But hang on, I thought that we were strong and independent, okay? But it makes you yak, right? It makes you throw up if a man doesn't pay for you, right? So you want a man to take care of you, but you're a strong and independent womanist. Okay, yeah.
Because if I'm going to pay to do something, I'm going to do it alone. And I know that.
Do you know what that is? I tell you what that is. Have you ever heard of the term hit the wall? That is the path she's going to go. She's going to hit the wall.
The modern men want to go 50-50. Excuse me, sir. I am only going to participate.
Excuse me, ma'am. Aren't you aware that's your narcissism? Your self-entitlement mentality? And your own persona is a turnoff for many men? Don't you realize it? Okay, honey. Believe in feminism all you want. Go ahead. Believe in feminism all you want. When Father Time shows up like the Grim Reaper, please do all of us men folks a favor. Please don't go crying to us. Okay? Please don't go crying to the men. When your biological clock just... And then when Father Time gives you grays, when Father Time gives you age spots, when Father Time gives you age line, when Father Time gives you crow's feet, when Father Time tells you your eggs are dried up, please don't go crying to the men. Just accept your fate. Oh, honey, let me tell you something. It is what it is. Father time doesn't get tricked. Let's continue on with this show. I'm getting a headache.
In these patriarchal shenanigans.
So, going on a date, right? Going to lunch, going to have dinner to this woman is patriarchal shenanigans, right? These people live in a world where they unironically still think that women are paid less money, that women are afforded less opportunities. Guys, if you go to an engineering classroom, okay, where you've got university students who are studying to become fully fledged engineers, and you walk into an engineering classroom, any STEM classroom, guys, I don't care, ICT classroom, whatever. You walk in there, you will see 90% plus of men. Okay, it's not like the opportunities aren't there for you to be rich. And none of these girls who complain about being broke or who complain about, not being in CEO positions, none of them spend their lives trying to ascertain the position of a CEO. Maybe if like some little business that they set up on Instagram where they sell bracelets or some crap. I'm pretty sure this woman does painting. Okay, right? But they never actually put in the work to do these things. They never enter the fields. And you know what? Ironically enough, guys, the fields like engineering, fields like ICT, they would love to have women. They incentivize women heavier than men because they know it gives them virtue signaling points, right? Women are given more opportunities than men to enter these fields simply because there are less of them there because they don't even want to go, right?
If it's for the free, why would I pay to participate in the shenanigans? It makes no sense to me.
Well, it makes no sense to the men out there. That men have to actually work their backsides off. And let me tell you something else. This woman makes me sick. Women like these do honestly, they give a good woman a bad name. Taylor the Fiend, I'm going to let you take this. I'm going to try my best to continue this show, but I like your video. You actually expose stuff that people don't even like. And I thank you very much. Let's continue.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that a lot of things don't particularly make sense to this woman, but it is what it is. Let's take a listen to the next video. Again, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments as well.
One of the most insidious and ridiculous effects of the patriarchy is literally women paying 50-50.
Yes, that damn patriarchy making us go 50-50 on dinner dates. Sounds rough. Guys, I swear, you guys leave that comment. I see it all the time in the comment section. Some dude's always like, equality feels like oppression to those who are privileged or something along those lines. And really, when you hear sentences like that, it's just like that encapsulated in one singular sentence,
Men going around being like, it's 2021, equal rights, right? You're gonna pay 50-50? The fact that men expect 50-50 from women when women don't get 50% of anything.
Women do not get 50% of anything. That's interesting, right? Because when we look at society, guys, and when you look at, the dynamics between genders, most men will give you 100% of anything they have. Right? Good, dude. You literally, man, go on Twitch. Okay, you guys know Twitch, the streaming platform. It used to be for video games. Now it's just kind of become degeneracy over time. Okay, but you go to some of these chats, guys, where like they're not even playing video games. They're not there to be entertaining. Right? Let's be clear about that. You look at the chat. You got dudes throwing so much money at these women. Right? Like so much money, and these are these girls who can sit there and do nothing. Literally, you can get on the internet as a girl, guys. You don't have to say crap. You don't have to, you don't have to provide commentary. You don't have to provide thought. You can just sit there, right, on Twitch and not even play games. Or if you play games, you can play like, I don't know, lowest rank possible, and people are going to throw their entire wallet at you. right, want to have a full-on relationship with you, and you're claiming that you only get 50%? Nah, man.
50% of the money, 50% of the privilege, 50% of the safety, 50% of the space they're allowed to take up.
What is this woman smoking? Seriously.
I have to.
Okay,
I
so
have to
apparently
agree.
men and women are allowed to take up different amounts of space. Like,
Just
what?
look
Apparently,
right
we're
there.
afforded different amounts of protection. If anything, women are protected significantly more than men. Like, I'm dead serious, guys. Like, it's not even close. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? But women are all a woman has to do. A woman can get every single person in her environment to protect her simply by claiming that she's the victim. She doesn't even have to say why she's the victim typically. She just has to say, "Oh, he's mean." And all the guys in the vicinity will go, "Yeah, let's get him." Right? It's ridiculous.
None of that, but pay. Pay equal amounts, even though you don't have equal rights.
I'm confused. I've said this many times on the channel, but girls will say that they don't have equal rights. Okay, give me an example where a man has more right. It's weird to me, guys, how these girls will say this, but they cannot give one example of where men have more rights than them. This is the year 2022. You guys can vote. You guys can go out and do whatever you want to. You guys can vote. You can have your equal pay, right? But it's still my life is so difficult. Men always earn more money than me. Men can walk alone at night. It's like, do these people not understand anything? I feel like whenever we see videos like this, it's almost just like propaganda, really.
Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like, it's really just dawning on me now. It's like, why are we starting at the end? Why are we starting with women pretending like they're equal before they get equal?
I'm going to pull up the comments again so you guys can see this, okay? So this is the comments on the video that we're watching right now, not the first one that I showed you previously. And again, we have a woman here called Maria saying, paying half when they get paid more for the same work that we do. There is no equal paying out until there is equal paying in. Simple. If he asks, he pays. You're a queen. Pay equal amounts even though we don't get paid equal amounts. Says Chloe. This, with a stupid amount of S's, says Romy. Right? Holy hell, this is ridiculous, man. Like, if you read some of these comments, it's like you just get a headache instantly. Like, how many women of these have consecutively said, we need to get paid equally? Like, these girls don't even know that it's illegal to pay a woman less. Like, it really is just simple, guys. If corporations could get away with just hiring women because they could pay them less, like, why the hell wouldn't you just do that?
Listen, I am from the United States, and we have a Department of Labor. And we got people pushing for ERA. And I got some bad news about ERA. Okay? You keep pushing and pushing and pushing. When enough states ratify the amendment and it becomes law of the land, women are going to lose their shit on this. Some of the laws that are tilted majority toward women are going to have to be scaled back. There's going to be laws that are so gender top heavy. They're going to have to be looked at, modified, ratified. I'm telling you, y'all are pushing for ERA, Equal Rights Amendment. You are going to be in for a shock. And Taylor the Fiend, thank you very much for putting your content out. I wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying. Let's continue, shall we?
Okay, of course not, but let's continue.
Because it benefits men. It benefits men to say, oh yeah, I'm feminist. I believe in women paying 50-50 on dinner dates. And that is the only time they believe in equality. Make it one
If you didn't catch the end there, I'm going to show you what she said because I kind of just muted it because I thought it was over. Okay, listen to what she says at the end right here.
Make his pockets hurt. One of the most.
Make his pockets hurt. That's disgusting. I'm pretty sure I saw a comment of a woman in here saying that, that's what she did to her husband and whatever. Just disgusting stuff. But let's continue on to the next clip because speaking of delusional womanists, we have here another one. Now, you might have seen this woman on the channel before, guys. These women make videos that are, these last two videos, by the way, this one here and this one has over 46,000 likes on it, so many more views on it. This one has 120. This one I think has like over 4 million views. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it has over 4 million views. Ridiculous. But let's continue to the next one.
So I was just thinking about how many men say we need them to survive. But if you really believe that, then why do so many of you abandon your own children to be raised solely by women? Why do you
It's you hear this argument over and over again that men are just out here abandoning their kids and abandoning their families. And I'm sure there are, okay? I'm sure there are many dudes out here who ditch their kids and that's awful and that's terrible. They leave their families, awful stuff, okay? But I tell you what I do see a lot of as well. Okay, what I see, actually, I don't see too much of that, but I'll tell you what I see a lot of. I see a lot of girls who will remove men from families. Okay.
I'm sorry to pause this. Also, I had to add in some more what my logical thinking is. And family courts say it's in quote in the best interest of the children. The family courts is the worst enemy of both men and women. All right. Oh yeah. Statistically, women file for divorce almost 80% of the time, without thinking about it, without thinking about the consequences. So let's continue on with the show, shall we?
Who will remove men from their children? I think it was MTR. Shout out to MTR. He makes great content on YouTube. I think recently he did a video, right, where a woman was describing how she just wouldn't call her baby daddy, right, because he was like, she just kept the father out of the kid's life because of her own ego, right? Who many of these girls, they don't care about the kids, okay? They don't care about who they're raising. They'll just cut the dude out of their life because you know what? They can. Typically they can, guys, because they get paid by the government. But let's continue.
refuse to pay child support if we need you to support us financially? Why are you out late at night cheating with another woman if your wife needs you at home for protection? And why don't you step in when you see a woman being harassed in the street if we need you to keep us safe?
Oh, I got bad news for you. Women, if you want to be safe, don't dress provocatively. Listen. The way you dress is for what kind of attention you're going to get, okay? And no, men ain't going to go right out there and save you. We're not going to save you. Listen. You go out there, you put yourself in these situations. You can get yourself out of that situation. It's a survival mechanism. All right? Let's continue on with this show. This is freaking boring.
You know we don't need you, but you want us to believe we need you.
Oh, wow. Now she said that women don't need men. Wow. Let me tell you something. Just by looking at this video, if she was the last woman on the planet, I would not even date her. I'm sorry. I refuse to even date.
You know, she says all this, right, while she's in a house where the electricity only runs because men manage it, right? The walls are put up by men, the paint's put on by men. Okay, her makeup was probably created by men. Like, it gives me a headache. Guys, sometimes watching this crap, like, it just genuinely gives me a headache. She's like, we don't need men to survive. Oh, really? Like, the walls surrounding you would say otherwise, right? Your plumbing would say otherwise. The people who collect your trash would say otherwise. But anyway.
Because the truth is that if we needed you to do it all, we wouldn't be doing it all on our own. Thank you.
Except you're not doing it all on your own. Okay, you're not like, I don't know this woman's backstory. I think that she's a single mother who doesn't have a partner. That's from what I understand from seeing her videos. Maybe I'm wrong on that, okay? But it doesn't seem to me like she has a partner. But let me say this. If you're a woman
She
and
ain't
you
gonna
have
have a
a
partner.
kid, you can get supported for that.
Or
You are
attitude.
literally incentivized to break families apart. You really are. Because you can, at any point in time, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to ditch the dude, and then I can just get the government to pay me. And guys, let's be super honest about this, okay? As far as child support goes, do you guys honestly believe that the child support goes towards the children?
Nope.
Right? I believe that many times it really doesn't. It just goes towards the woman. Right? I see a lot of single mothers, guys, who'll be out here, right? And they'll be like, oh, life is so hard for me. And then they'll get like child support payments, they'll get government checks or whatever, and then they just spend it on like cigarettes and crap. It really is disgusting. But let's continue to the next video, because if you thought we were done.
Oh my gosh.
But I have some controversial advice. We need to let our height preferences go.
Listen, no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm 5'9.5".
If you didn't catch what the woman at the beginning said, she said we need to let our height preferences go in men, and this woman says no.
I'm a tall person, okay? I'm a tall woman. And I have dated shorter men. And they're mean.
Wait, did this woman just say she was 5'9" and she was tall? Hang on, let me listen to this.
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm 5'9.5". I'm a tall person, okay? I'm a tall woman. And
You're above average for a woman, but you're not a tall person. Yeah, okay.
I have dated shorter men. And they're mean. Is it just my... Listen, did you read Of Mice and Men? You know Curly, the short one, who has the gloved hand and is really aggressive and hates Lenny because he's bigger than him and takes out his aggression on everyone because he's short and mad about it? I've been through it. I've been through that, and I won't do it anymore. Literally, the reason I prefer taller people now is not even the height.
Okay, let me tell you something. The height should not be a damn issue. It's a person's attitude. It's the way the person carries themselves. Okay? Just by looking at this video right here, this woman is narcissistic. She's narcissistic to the fucking core. Excuse my language. But, let's continue on with the show, shall we?
It's the complex, because the complex that short men develop is not good for my mental health. And I have been through it. And I'm actually the bitch to like a short guy. So,
But
I don't know, that sounds like some stereotyping to me.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever noticed how when we watch these videos, okay, what they'll do is they'll sit here on a video and they'll say XYZ, okay? Or this is unfair, or whatever the case may be, but then they turn around and then they do the exact same thing. Let me give you guys an example, okay? It is bad to say that, for example, a woman is a 5'6". It's bad to rate a woman's attractiveness with a number, okay? But then the same women will come out here and say, okay, I don't want to date short men, right?
She's stereotyping
Don't
men.
objectify us, right? But I'm not going to date short men. Don't objectify us, but you need to open your wallets anytime you want to interact with us. It's really weird how that works. Let me guys tell you a story as well, right? Is a lot of the short people I know, they're fantastic people, right? They put in a lot of hard work. I have one of my friends, guys, I think I've mentioned this guy on the channel before, okay? He's significantly shorter than me. I don't know his exact height, but the difference is comparable. I'm 6'3", and my friend is like, I want to say like lower 5 foot, okay? This guy can outbench me, and it's not even close, right? He literally does, I think at this point, he does damn nearly double his body weight in bench. It's ridiculous. One of the most fantastic dudes. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. Nobody tell him I said that, all right? If anyone asks, tell him I said he sucks. No, but he's a great dude, okay? But you come out with videos like this, who just stereotype men and go, oh, I'm not going to date short men because they're awful, right? Okay, but it's perfectly okay for her to do stereotypes, but if you do this,
Yeah, take a look at her face. Yeah, look around her lip, mouth. I'm guessing she's in her early 30s. Folks, this is feminism. You're looking at it right there, that female face. This is feminism. The ugly head of feminism. They're saying that they're for everybody, they're equal rights and equal this, equal that. They're top heavy towards that one gender. And this is not a black problem, it's not a white problem, it's not a Spanish problem, this is a people problem in general. Let's continue on with the show.
the same thing. It's awful. And guys, there's many videos I didn't really want to show of this woman's TikTok on YouTube. There's another one where she literally gets, has a go at someone for quote unquote, doing certain other stereotypes. It's very, very, very hypocritical, her entire thing. But let's continue on to the next video, and then we'll. I think we have a bunch more, unfortunately. Maybe we might leave the episode a little bit shorter because I'm getting a headache and I need to head out soon. But let's take a listen.
Oh, don't worry, society expects plenty from women. We're expected to age gracefully, but never let ourselves go, work like we have no children, and parent like we have no job. They'll call the stay-at-home mother unfulfilled, but the working mother selfish, all while childless women are considered incomplete.
Okay, so I'm getting the vibe that this woman is definitely a single mother who doesn't work. That's the, that's what I'm gathering from these videos.
Go chase that career, but never at the expense of a family. Think like a man if you want to be successful, but don't act like one if you want to be...
Single mothers, I'm going to say this once. And I'm probably going to get bashed. I'm probably going to get bad comments on it. Single mothers finish last in the dating race. They finish last and miserable. To other single mothers who actually work their backsides off raising their kids up to be the best that they can be and then doing their best, hats off to you. Okay? But other single mothers who just lay around, want to get on these government programs and benefits like Section 8 housing, shame on you. You know what? Maybe if we can take away these programs and do away with welfare, maybe that's what the society needs, is a hard reset. Seriously. Let's continue on with the show.
Liked. We're supposed to mother our husbands, but never treat them like children, and put out on demand, but demand respect. Married and miserable is better than single and happy. Don't stay with an abusive man, but never break up your family. Don't marry a bum...
I want to address that very last point that she made right there, because I think that was probably the most disgusting of all of them. Okay, and there's actually someone in the comments who says the same thing. I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see if I can hit the damn right button here. Okay, so check this out. This woman in the comments says the exact same thing that the woman in the video just said. Oh, she says, don't stay with an A-word man, but don't break up your family. That hits. Guys, I'm gonna lay something on you, okay? It's gonna be revolutionary stuff right here, alright? Let me just rub my eyes. Oh, my eyes are stinging from looking at this garbage. Okay. This woman right here says, don't stay with an A-word man, but don't break up your family. I have a better idea, okay? I have a much better idea. How about you select better men? How about you don't have family with an awful guy? Right? Because there are plenty of men out here who are good guys, like genuinely good guys. They have fantastic morals. They want to have kids. A lot of dudes out here have stable lives, stable careers. Okay, they've been working a long time, and many of them think, I just want to have a family. And they have good morals and they have good ethics, right? But who do a lot of these modern women choose? They choose the bad guy. That's awful. Okay, they choose the guy who's quote unquote emotionally manipulative, right? The guy who's a quote unquote narcissist. And whenever I hear these girls around this word, let's be honest, they have no idea what the hell that even means. Okay, they'll date these men with all of these terrible qualities. What are they called? Like the dark triad traits. Okay, but then they'll complain about this, right? How about you choose men better? How about you choose the people that you let into your life better? And this is the importance, guys, of like having a strong father in the picture, okay? Because there was a time when, if a father is in the picture, he's going to help you with this, right, guys? Like, I think.
I'm sorry, Taylor, the Fiend, for cutting you off here. You just hit the nail on the head, and you pretty much nailed it. Now, they're not good at picking choices. Women are not good at picking choices. They're not good at choosing the right person. There are very, very, very few women out there that actually make the right choices. And choices have consequences. Consequences has actions. So, there you got it. Let's continue on.
That fathers have some of the best judgment on this sort of stuff. Fathers can tell you, that dude's no good, this dude's really good. They can tell the difference, okay? But nowadays, you can't say crap like that because you're oppressing women, right? If you have a daughter and you go, that guy is no good, right? And you tell her not to date him, you're controlling, you're awful, okay? But then you have all these. Look how many likes this comment has. Let's look at this, okay? This video. This one right here, let me see if I can pull up the right thing again. This video has 846,000 likes on it, okay? And this comment alone right here has 6,182 likes on it. There are 6,182 women who seem to agree with this statement. Okay, maybe just select better men. I know that's a crazy idea that involves some accountability, and I think I lost all of them saying that word, but let's continue.
For love, but don't stay with a successful man for security. Don't be dependent on a man for money, but don't emasculate them by earning more. They'll tell us to embrace our.
No guy. I don't think I've ever heard any guy say that he has an issue with women earning money. I really don't hear that opinion. I truly don't. Dudes don't care how much money you earn. I don't care how many times people say this. I don't care how many times these girls get on TikTok. No dude gives a. Maybe there's like some exceptions, okay? But the large majority of men don't care about how much money you make. They don't care about where you went to school or, like how strong and educated are you. That's good for you. Okay, but it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. No guy's looking at your wallet and going, you know what? I'm not going to date her because she earns more money than me. I'm not going to date her because she earns less money than me. Men really don't care too much. There's exceptions, obviously, but dudes don't care about what's in your wallet. Now let's flip the script a little bit.
Okay, and as a man myself, all right, a good man, I'm going to say this. I don't care how much money you have, but if you come in there with me with a team mindset to help with the living expenses to survive in this cold world, you and I both going to make it. All right? We're going to make it. Excuse me. But, so if you take your money that you earn and you go spend it unnecessarily and leave a man where you're sitting here having to worry about how this going to get paid, how that going to get paid, then a man don't need you. It's plain and simple. Now, these women, these type of women that say, well, my money, I'm going to spend it on what I want, I'm going to do what I want. Hey, by all means, go ahead. Go right ahead and do it. But I'm going to warn you, in the end, you're going to be out there looking for somebody to spend time with. The men that you rejected, they're going to look like a steak to you. they're going to look like a piece of steak. And you're going to be desiring them, and you're going to try to get them to come around, and they ain't going to be there. Let's continue on with the show.
Girls care very much about what's in your wallet, right? And not necessarily always just because of, they want your money, right? But because having that money indicates something. You see what I'm saying, guys? Where it's literally just projection. It really is. Dudes do not care about your money and about your career. We really don't.
For sexuality.
Okay, I'm gonna add this here. And I don't care about how much money the woman's got. But if her and I are in a relationship, she expects me to come in, pay the bills, pay the rent, pay the lights, pay the water. And I expect her to take her money to help myself and her out as a team. Okay? So if she takes her money and spends it all on makeup and all that, and we have to starve, then I don't need her. I don't need the woman then. You see? The woman needs the man as much as the man needs the woman. Okay? Now, let's continue on with the show.
But have some self-respect and to care about our appearance, but stop looking for attention. Just say no, but let him down easy. Be aware of your surroundings, but stop being so dramatic.
I'm gonna add to this. Men are out looking for attention. No. Men don't want attention. The men want to survive in this cold, cruel world. Being over dramatic. Oh, please. Let me tell you something. Men can solve problems. Not right away, but with giving a little bit of time and give a little bit of energy, give a little bit of leeway in life, men will solve problems. And I can promise you that. Let's continue on with the show.
Practice self-love, but don't love yourself too much. Dream big, but stay small.
Oh my God. Don't love yourself too much. Really? Don't love yourself too much? Let me tell you something. Self-love will go a long ways.
And would you like me to keep going?
The fantastic thing about all those little arguments right there is every single one of them, if you just sit down for 2 seconds and you think about it, they make absolutely no sense. Okay, so for example, the one there where she said, take care of your appearance, but don't go hunting for validation or something like that. It's very simple. Take care of your health, take care of what you put into your body. Okay, shower, but don't go out here posting half-naked photos on Instagram. Right? All it takes is like 2 seconds of thinking to go, wait a minute, that really makes no sense. And we're back at square one. And of course, guys, look at this. Okay, how many times have we seen this as just a gigantic red flag? I don't know if you can see because of how the screen's set up right here, but this woman has the most gargantuan nails I've ever seen. Right, and I'm just thinking to myself more and more every time. There it is, right there. You see that frame? Right? Every time I'm starting to see these nails now, it really just indicates a giant red flag to me. Right? Yeah, it really does. But let's continue, guys. We have some more clips here that I'm going to show momentarily. And then if we have time, we'll jump into Reddit stories. But I don't think I'll have time because I really need to be leaving the house soon. So let's take a listen to some of these little videos right here and what some of these women have to say.
Okay.
All right. Some women with some long fingernails. They're pretty and all. I got one good question. Whenever you go to the restroom to take care of business, how do you keep yourself clean? I don't have no fingernails. And I have a reason for no fingernails. I have a reason for that. Sanitary reasons. All your food and your germs and all that stuff get up underneath your fingernails. And you put them on your face and get sick. Illness. Now, men like me, we keep our fingernails clipped short for a reason, for sanitation. And we're going to see more, we'll see more videos, because some of these are giving an idea of what feminism does, and entitlement, how nasty the attitude is. Let's continue.
Okay, so I don't know how I'm gonna do better at dating, but so far I'm not doing great at it. I just recently became single, and I'm just trying out the dating app thing for the first time. Wow, you guys weren't kidding. It's not very fun, but
The dating apps aren't very fun, says the, you know, guys, if I would encourage you, for any of you, like, who don't understand this, there are many YouTube videos out there at this point. I mentioned this one the other day, but there's a YouTuber called It's a Gundam, and I'm a huge fan of It's a Gundam's content. The guy puts crazy effort into his videos. He did a video quite a while ago now where he covered men making fake profiles of attractive people, right? And the differences in response that they get to the people on the platform. It's totally ridiculous. If you're a woman, right, especially this girl right here, she doesn't look half bad. If she went on a dating profile, like, the woman would be like Thanos on there. You see what I'm saying, guys? Just absolutely omega powerful, and these individuals are crying about it. It's crazy.
I matched with this guy, and I do not have on my profile that I'm a mom, because there's like this weird MILF fetishy thing. I've met guys.
That's where the issues come in. I see now. Okay, we're a single mother. Okay, we've made things a bit more difficult for ourselves. Okay.
Guys who will like literally only match with moms because they have this weird fetish thing. And so I don't tell them until we're talking that I have kids, and then I'm like, hey, I have kids. If you're not cool with it, it's whatever.
Whoa. Okay, now, I guess nice guys do finish last, don't they? How sickening.
Half the time I get ghosted after that, it's fine. So,
You know what's funny? Even though this woman has kids, it's like she'll still get infinitely more matches than any man on the platform. She could put that she has kids in her bio, and it wouldn't matter. Like, that's the funny thing. Even though she hurts her chances by having kids, there's always going to be some dude who's willing to come into her life and just give her 100% of everything. Which really harps back into the TikToks that we watched at the beginning of the videos, right? Where the girl was like, oh, you know, we don't get 50% of anything, and yet single mothers can get on dating apps and have dudes just grovel to them saying that they'll give them a relationship. Yeah, what a hard life.
I'm about to head home right now from what I thought was going to be a date. I've been talking to this dude on Bumble, and we had agreed to meet at this like little local cafe, coffee shop, whatever, and tonight. And I was texting him saying that I was going to be a little late, and the messages wouldn't deliver. They had sent his text message. I have iPhone, he has iPhone as well, and it's usually iMessage. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm already on my way. And so I get here to the coffee shop, and I go in. There's no one around. I call him, go straight to voicemail, and I'm just like, what am I being stood up? I check Bumble.
Well, I mean, you were late, right? How's it being? Unless I'm missing something here, guys, I kind of black out when I watch these videos, to be honest with you. This woman's complaining about being stood up, but she was late. Maybe the guy just thought you weren't coming. Right? And you could make the argument that if the girl doesn't show up on time, you're wasting your time anyway. Like, really.
And I message him, and I'm like, are you standing me up right now? And he immediately unmatches me. I'm so...
Yeah, because you were late.
I'm sorry to cut in on this. Just by looking at this video of this female right here, either like Taylor the Fiend said, she's late, and just look at her. I can almost promise you, these young blue-pilled, brainless chimpanzees will drool over a chick like this. They would fight over a chance to get with this girl, they would. But someone like me, I would just turn around and just keep going forward. Go straight. So let's continue on with the show.
Right? Like, the dudes, the men are sick and tired of wasting their time. Like, they really are. Many dudes, like, are not even necessarily angry or whatever else. Many dudes are just tired, man. You know, if you're not going to show up on time, why would a guy bother? Why would a guy
Bingo.
stick around when a girl, like, here's the thing, dudes have been stood up, you know, they've been spat on, okay, they've been like cussed out more times than these girls can possibly imagine, right? So why the hell would a dude sit there and go, you know what, for the 53rd time, I'm going to risk a girl just not cut? Like, he probably left because you didn't show up on time. He probably unmatched you because you didn't show up on time. Men are just sick and tired, man. Like, it's really not that complicated.
I'm frustrated right now. I'm shaking. Why do men? Why do men? Like, why do they do this? Why are they?
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot on their
Sorry about
Bro,
that.
I can't, you know, we've already addressed it, let's move on.
Valentine's Day story that nobody asked for and probably didn't want, but I'm going to tell it anyways. A few years ago on Valentine's Day, I sat home alone all day waiting for the man I was seeing to give me the time of day. When he finally reached...
Wait, so on Valentine's Day, you were just sitting there waiting for the dude you were talking to message you? That is hilarious. Isn't that like peak 2022 behavior, right? I'm not going to message him. I'm just going to sit here until he talks. Is that what's happening? Or am I misreading it? Hang on.
out to me, he told me that he had spent the day at the beach with another woman. Lovely. Anyways, after that, I promised myself that I would no longer sit and wait for a man's attention on Valentine's. Guess what I freaking did all day? I sat and waited
Yeah.
for the man that promised he would see me today to let me know what time. It's 5:30 p.m. and he still has not let me know what time he's going to see me today. So what did I do? Sat and waited at home all day for the man who said he was going to see me on Valentine's Day.
Thursday.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Guys, you ever notice how whenever girls tell you their relationship stories, it's always like, man, these last like 4 years, I've just been cheated on every single time, right? Or like these last, you know, 5 consecutive Valentine's days, the dude has just never wanted to hang out with me. Is this dude even your boyfriend? Like, it sounds to me like these are just men that you've met or whatever the case may be, but they're not necessarily your boyfriend. Okay, you're just wanting the dude's attention. It's amazing, guys, how it's like patterns just repeat themselves and girls cannot see that it's the type of men that they're choosing. Most men are not out here choosing anything in the dating market, but these girls who have literally all of the power, oh, it's so difficult for them to acquire a date or a man who wants to see them. Funny how that works, gentlemen. But guys, we are going to be leaving it there. I did have a few more clips to show, but I really need to be heading out, or else I myself am going to be late. So as always, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. If there's anything you disagree with me on, which I'm sure I've said plenty of silly things in this video, feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace.
Okay. Taylor the Fiend, thank you very much for your videos, and I'm sorry I had to pause some of them. Anyway, my name is Phil, and I do agree wholeheartedly what you asked, or what you've said. And just, pardon me, I haven't had my coffee today, but anyways, it's not here nor there. I do want to clearly say that women, if you want to score a man in life to stay with for a very long time, you're going to have to embrace teamwork ethics. Be on time, embrace teamwork ethics. And you'll have to show the man you're interested. And guess what? You expect him to come to you to drop everything it's going to end badly for you. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this on my end of the video. I hope you have a great day and take care.